Hello students, greetings of the day. In the previous lecture, we have discussed the financial aspects regarding quality. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the suppliers, customers, suppliers and process. In this topic, we are going to discuss the subtopics like customers, suppliers and various processes that are carried out between customers and suppliers, and what are the internal customers and external customers, the definitions of internal and external customers. So let us start with first topic, that is customers, suppliers and process. We all know that customers have the dynamic needs and expectations. As a customer, we are always having the dynamic needs. Our needs are going or keep always changing. The expectations that we are having that are going to change day by day. As new technology is coming, the expectations and the needs of that customers are going to be changed. Their needs are continuously changing, and the organization must address those needs to remain in competition. All the organizations that are working for the customers, for their economy, it is very important that according to those dynamic needs and expectations of the customers, these organizations should address to those needs to remain in the competition. Then customers have a broader representations and focus than just one group that directly purchases our product service. The customers that are related to that product are having broader representations and focus than just one group that directly purchases the or uses the product service. Means the direct customers of that product or the consumers, then consumers, the customers are having the broader representation. In the next slides, we are going to discuss the difference between customers and the consumers. So these customers, those who are going to get the product from the organizations or from industry and going to sell it to the consumers, this kind of customers are having broader representation and focus on that product. So this is customers, suppliers and process. More things are there. A process is planned and repetitive sequence of steps are going to be carried out by which a defined product or service is delivered. Okay, in a process we are going to plan a repetitive sequence of steps by which we are going to produce a defined product, or we can give a service to a customer or to the consumer. So process is nothing but planned and repetitive sequence of steps with the help of we are going to define a product or service which is going to be delivered. This process can be broken into an activity or group of activity, just like 3 activities are there. The first is nothing but we are going to take an input from the previous work step or the internal supplier. If we are going to work into an organization, we are going to take an input from the previous work that we have implemented first or the previous steps, and that previous work is going to be used as an input, or we can also use the internal suppliers as an input. Then this will be the first task. Then second task will be add value to it. Means in this add value to that previous work or the previous work step, we are going to add the different kinds of functionality into it. Different kinds of features can be added to the product. And in third stage, what we are going to do, now we are having some product, some service with different functionalities, some different functions, features. That functions and features are provided to the next stage of the work step. If the product is still in the development phase, then that output is provided to the next stage. Or if it is working in the last stage and we have added some kind of features and functionality to that product, that can be delivered to the internal customer. Okay, that can be delivered to the internal customer. So these are the activities or group of activities in which we can break down our process. The first is takes an input from previous work steps or internal supplier. Then second is add values to it, and the third one is provides an output to the next work step or the internal customer. I hope you have understood this. Let us move forward to the next slide, that is nothing but internal customer. In this we are going to understand what are these internal customers, how we can define the internal customers for our organization. So what are those internal customers? Anyone who plays a role producing or supporting company's end product or service isn't part of this internal process. For the organization means the one who is playing role for producing and supporting company's end product and service is nothing but your internal customer. And for this person in this organization, त्याच्यामध्ये कोण कोण इन्क्लूड होतं, who what are the peoples that are going to be included in this internal customer? The persons who are answering the phone, then supplying the office product, or fixing the computer to a person who is cleaning the bathroom or sorting the mail. Means in this internal customer we are going to include all the human resources which is working in that organization or working for that organization. Each person plays role in this never ending chain of daily activities. Each person of this internal customer plays a role in this never ending chain of daily activities. They are having daily activities that they have to perform into their organization, and each person is going to play an important role in such a kind of daily activities. The internal supplier to internal customer should make conscious effort to provide the good instructions, proper equipment, and relevant training. Internal supplier to internal customer should make conscious efforts. Means whenever these internal suppliers and internal customers are going to be transferred from one to another, then they should make some kind of conscious efforts for the purpose of good instruction or to provide the good instructions from internal supplier to internal customer, then proper equipment for the internal customers, and the relevant trainings to the customers or the internal customers, those are working for that organizations. Okay, so this is nothing but internal customer. Then next is there, that is external customer. What are these external customers? Who are included in these external customers? The external customers are more likely to be customers, users, and stakeholders. In these external customers we are going to include the customers, those who are going to purchase that product, then the users of that product, that is nothing but we also call that users are nothing but consumers who are actually going to consume that product or use that product, and the different stakeholders, those are related with that product. Different stakeholders are also part of external customer. Then next, customers are those that exchange money for goods and services. What are the customers? How we can define customers? The customers are nothing but the peoples, those that exchange money for goods and services. We are customers. We are going to change, the exchange of money will be there unless and until we don't provide money or the money to the organization, then to the store, to the shop, then they are not going to provide us the goods or service. Means customers are those who are going to exchange money for goods and service. We are all are the customers, right? We are the customers. We are going to exchange the money in exchange of goods and services. Then who are the consumers? We already discussed that customers and consumers are different. So customers are those who exchange the money for goods and services, right? Then consumers. Who are consumers? Consumers are those that actually use that product. The consumers are those who actually use that product. With the help of example, let me explain you that who is customer and who is consumer. Let us discuss. I am providing some kind of service. I am working as an assistant professor in some college. I am providing the service. For that service, what I am getting? I am getting the money as an exchange for my goods and services, right? So for my service, I am getting money, means I am the customer for that organization, right? I am the customer in case of that organization, as I am providing service to them. Okay, then consumer are those that actually use the product, like now in the consumer the product will be there, and that product will be consumed by some peoples, actually used by some people. At that time you can call them as a consumer. Just like mobile, everyone is using mobile, means if I am purchasing that product, I am going to use actually that product, and instead of that usage of that product, I have provided money, exchanged money to the organization, to that company, to that industry. So I am the consumer for that product. So consumers are those that actually use the product. So these are the things about external customer. The peoples related to the company, to the product, and customers and users are the are involved in this external customers. So this is external customer. So in today's lecture we just have discussed the different suppliers, then customers, and different processes that are carried out, and we also have discussed the internal customer and external customer. So this is all for today's lecture. In next lecture we will discuss next topic. Thank you.